There's no time for us. There's no place.
The comeback everyone was waiting for. In a moment that sent shockwaves across the Britain's Got Talent universe, Mickey Callisto took the stage once more in the semi-finals, choosing a track that only the bold dare to touch Queen, Somebody to Love. The decision wasn't just brave, it was explosive, sparking an immediate social media frenzy and igniting whispers that this might be the performance that secures him the entire competition. The crowd's anticipation was electric, with even the judges showing visible signs of tension, leaning forward as the lights dimmed and Mickey's signature retro glamour aesthetic flooded the stage. The intro chords rang out, and suddenly the entire auditorium was silent, hanging on every note, every move, every breath. But Callisto didn't just sing the song, he owned it. With flamboyant confidence and aching emotional depth, he walked the tightrope between tribute and transformation, between homage and reinvention. His falsetto hit like thunder, while his grounded chest voice carried the weight of someone who'd been told no too many times but never let it stop him. The crowd's reaction was immediate and intense, standing ovation mid-song, tears in the front row, and phones everywhere capturing what many instantly called the moment of the season. Viewers who had once doubted his ability to replicate his past success were now eating their words. Was this simply another strong performance, or was it a televised coronation in the making? What happened moments after the curtain dropped would leave even the most skeptical viewers stunned. The pressure of a fan favorite. Returning as a fan favorite is never easy. Expectations mount, criticism intensifies, and the pressure to outperform past glory can be suffocating. For Mickey Callisto, that pressure was hypothetical. It was real, heavy, and broadcasted live across the nation. His earlier Queen tribute had set a dangerously high bar, one that many thought even he couldn't clear again. Online forums were ablaze days before the semifinals, questioning whether he would stick with another Queen classic or pivot to a safer, more expected ballad. When the BGT teaser trailer leaked fragments of his rehearsal in silhouette, speculation exploded. Fans tried to decode which Queen track he was rehearsing, while others feared he'd gone too far, that returning to the same band would feel redundant or desperate. But Callisto, ever the showman, didn't flinch. In backstage interviews, he hinted at nerves, but also exuded a quiet confidence, stating cryptically, "I know what the fans want, but I also know what the stage demands." The duality of Mickey's challenge, pleasing the fans while shocking the judges, was a tightrope act. Critics warned of Queen fatigue, accusing him of relying too much on spectacle rather than vocal complexity. But his performance tonight threw all that doubt into the flames. And yet, behind the scenes, darker forces were swirling. Some say Mickey nearly vocals, visuals, and a statement. Tonight's performance wasn't just a song, it was a full-scale artistic statement. Mickey Callisto didn't merely perform Somebody to Love. He turned it into a theatrical event layered with emotion, meaning, and visual symbolism that had viewers pressing rewind in disbelief. Clad in a glam rock outfit with a flowing cape and silver heels, Mickey stood in a spotlight that slowly expanded to reveal a stage flanked by dancers dressed in white suits, their movements echoing themes of unity, defiance, and identity. But it was the subtle elements that told the deeper story. Rainbow lighting that faded in during the bridge, a background LED sequence that depicted a lonely figure gradually being joined by a crowd, and a final silhouette of two hands reaching for each other. Whether intentional or not, the performance became a powerful nod to LGBTQ+ resilience, inclusion, and the universal hunger for connection. Vocally, Mickey soared through runs that would make even the most seasoned vocalists sweat, delivering each phrase with clarity, power, and palpable passion. Critics who once called him a gimmick had nothing left to say, and when he hit the final high note, the arena erupted. But amid the celebration, questions began to bubble. Was this performance also a coded farewell? Because what Mickey whispered backstage after the performance caught everyone completely off guard. Reactions that changed everything. The audience didn't wait for the final note. Halfway through Mickey's performance, a standing ovation had already begun rippling through the crowd like a wave. By the time he bowed, the judges were on their feet, clapping, cheering, and visibly stunned. Amanda Holden was seen wiping away a tear, Simon Cowell grinned from ear to ear, a rare full smile, and even Bruno Tonioli looked momentarily speechless. Within seconds, Twitter exploded. Hashtags like Mickey to win, somebody to love, and BGT finalist were trending across multiple countries. Maury surprising, viewer comments claiming this version outshined Freddie Mercury's original in emotion and theatricality. Even Queen fans were torn between allegiance and admiration. But the moment that truly set the internet ablaze was what happened seconds after the show cut to commercial. A leaked backstage clip showed a flurry of movement around Mickey's dressing room, and inside sources claimed 2 major label reps were seen entering shortly after. Fans began speculating wildly. Was he already being scouted for a record deal before the finale even aired? Was this performance part of a broader strategy to catapult him beyond BGT? But then, the conversation took a darker turn, because not everyone was ready to celebrate Mickey's rise without controversy. The Queen effect, genius or risky? When Mickey Callisto chose to sing another Queen song after his previous rendition of Don't Stop Me Now, it raised eyebrows. Some praised the consistency, others feared repetition. Was he playing it too safe, or was this part of a masterstroke in brand storytelling? Music analysts were quick to dissect every detail: his vocal register changes, arrangement decisions, and emotional emphasis. Unlike his earlier Queen tribute, this one leaned into vulnerability over bravado. Mickey didn't just deliver technical excellence, he delivered soul. But the fanbase wasn't united. Reddit threads accused him of recycling material, calling him a one-trick pony riding on Queen's legacy. Others countered, saying that revisiting Queen twice in such a strategic way demonstrated not a lack of originality, but a deeper connection to the band's message and a brilliant understanding of audience psychology. Some even theorized that Mickey's song choices mirrored his personal journey, from defiance to desperation, from celebration to longing. But beneath the praise and pushback, one thing was clear: nobody could stop talking about him. And as debates raged online, one backstage confession hinted that this wasn't just a performance, it might have been a farewell letter. Behind the glitter, real-life Mickey. Beneath the sequins and falsettos lies a side of Mickey Callisto the public rarely sees, and tonight it almost cracked wide open. Moments after his performance, in a hushed backstage interview, Mickey let slip a line that sent his team into immediate damage control. "This might be the last time I sing on this stage," he said quietly before being whisked away. The comment triggered an avalanche of speculation. Was he hinting at a shocking elimination, personal issues, or even a health scare? Insiders revealed that in the days leading up to the semifinals, Mickey had skipped multiple rehearsals and appeared visibly drained. Rumors of vocal strain, anxiety attacks, and backstage clashes with producers began circulating. Some fans pointed to subtle cues during the performance: his unusually serious demeanor before walking out, the slightly altered arrangement of the final chorus, as signs that something wasn't right. A few even suggested he'd received devastating news prior to going live. Whatever the truth, the vulnerability on his face during the final bow couldn't be faked. And then came the shockwave, because as viewers voting drama and fan theories. No performance this season has triggered as much chaos in the aftermath as Mickey Callisto's semifinal act. Just minutes after his standing ovation, social media was flooded with reports of voting issues. Viewers claimed the app wouldn't load, text responses failed to send, and votes weren't being counted. The hashtag #MickeyDeservedBetter better exploded, with thousands alleging sabotage, glitches, or worse, rigging. Some accused the network of intentionally limiting votes to protect other contestants, while others shared screenshots of error messages as evidence. The situation escalated when a fan posted what they claimed was a leaked producer memo prioritizing variety in the finals lineup, suggesting too many singers were bad for ratings. Conspiracy theories flourished. Was Mickey's near-perfect performance too much of a threat to the show's balance? Did someone behind the scenes want to keep him from winning to preserve suspense? And just when the drama peaked, another bomb dropped. A rumor surfaced that Mickey had already recorded a finale song, allegedly leaked on a private Discord server. Whether intentional or accidental, the leak only fueled speculation that he wasn't just a contestant. He was a breakout star the show couldn't contain. And if that wasn't enough, what surfaced about his post-show plans could shake up the entire competition landscape. A bigger stage awaits. Whispers are growing louder that Mickey Callisto may be done with competitions entirely, not because he's lost, but because he's already won something bigger. Sources close to BGT insiders claim that at least 2 major record labels are aggressively pursuing him, offering deals that would fast-track an album, tour, and promotional appearances across Europe and North America. One unverified source even stated that Mickey had been offered a cameo performance at next year's Eurovision. And here, where it gets even wilder, an anonymous industry tipster hinted that Mickey had been approached by a streaming platform to develop a docuseries chronicling his rise. If true, it would mean his BGT journey was never about the trophy, it was about launching a full-scale media empire. Fans have picked up on the clues: his polished social media rollout, strategic song choices, and even his merch drop immediately after the semi-final airing. Everything points to a calculated campaign, not a hopeful gamble. In other words, Mickey Callisto may have outgrown the very show that gave him a stage. And if the finale does go ahead without him, one question will haunt the judges, the audience, and the producers alike. Did Britain's Got Talent just witness a winner walk away?